Entry-level budget smartphones have always been underpowered, but that's slowly changing. The XR is one of a few recent models that offer decent hardware at rock-bottom price. Let's see if this new brand can surprise us with the new XR, which costs just 4,999 rupees. The design of the XR is quite basic and there is nothing that makes it stand out. It has a simple plastic body with a metallic finish. It sports a 5.2-inch IPS HD display with big bezels at the top and the bottom. There's a selfie camera, earpiece grill, and notification LED above the screen. The space below the screen is blank as the phone uses on-screen navigation buttons. The XR is comfortable to hold in one hand. The buttons are placed on the right, while the volume buttons are easy to reach. You might have to stretch to reach the power button. The XR sports a rear-mounted fingerprint scanner, which is a rare feature at this price range. There's a SIM tray slot on the left, which houses two nano SIM slots and has a dedicated space for a micro SD card. The XR is powered by a quad-core Snapdragon 425 SoC clocked at 1.4 GHz. There are two variants, one with 2 GB of RAM and 16 GB of storage, and the other with 3 GB of RAM and 32 GB of storage. We had the 3 GB RAM version for review, which is priced at 5,999 rupees, while the lower variant is available at 4,999 rupees. Storage is expandable by up to 128 GB on both using the dedicated micro SD card slot. The XR misses out on an ambient light sensor, which meant that we had to adjust brightness manually all the time, especially when moving between indoors and outdoors. To power this smartphone, there's a 3500 mAh battery. In terms of software, the XR runs on stock Android Nougat with a Pixel-style launcher and a few apps pre-installed. Apart from the scheduled on and off options in the settings, there are no major customizations to be found. XR states that the D is upgradable to Android Oreo, which is good considering its low price point. There's no denying that XR has managed to pack in some impressive hardware at this price point. We found that the phone could run without any lag or stutter. Our unit had close to 1.5 GB of RAM free on average. The only hiccup would be the longer load times for heavier apps and games. The phone supports 4G and VoLTE on both SIMs, but only one can get onto a 4G network at a time. We ran Clash Royale and Shadow Fight 3 on the phone and they played without any issues. The battery life on the phone is good and we could use it for one full day without needing to plug it in. In our HD video loop test, it managed 12 hours and 26 minutes before running out of juice. The XR has a 13 megapixel camera at the back and a 5 megapixel one in the front. We found the quality of photos taken with both to be mediocre, and it looks like this is where corners have been cut. In daylight, we found that landscape shots lacked detail and the output was too grainy for our liking. The camera is slow to detect exposure and lock focus, needing you to wait before tapping the shutter button. Macros have decent detail, but you do need to tap a few times to set focus where you want it. Low light is where the camera struggles the most. Photos taken at night were close to unusable. The phone reduces noise aggressively, sacrificing detail in exchange. Overall, the cameras feel like a letdown. The XR is a good smartphone for its price. It has powerful hardware and runs clean stock Android. The fingerprint scanner gives it a slight edge over the Xiaomi Redmi 5A. If you can live with its poor cameras, this could be a solid alternative to the Redmi 5A. Thanks for watching. For all things tech, log on to gadgets360.com.